Hey guys, you want to see my setup for my games? Not exactly really mine, but I mean, well, it's mine. It's not really what I play for PlayStation though, but whenever I play Dimensions, I got that right there. I got that for Smash. I got this giant TV right here. I'm gonna have to get a new dresser because this is really big. And then I've got all my games down there, my Wii games, my whatever I use, and all the other things. And then all of these down here. I told you I had every single character. Especially these, and don't mind that. And here's my room, a little tour of it. Here, I got a bunch of, I know it's a bunch of like Zelda posters. You got McCoy, he's not there anymore. Here's my bed that I play on, and I'm gonna be playing that later tonight, or whatever. That's basically a tour of my room, but now I want to get back to this topic of what I was trying to talk about earlier when I was playing Dragon Quest before I got interrupted. So, there was this kid who I go to school with, of course. I want to be making the story. But apparently today he thought, there was this girl I sat with at lunch. She was out Monday and Tuesday. She finally came back today. She must have been, I think she had something with her tooth. Her teeth were bothering her. So she came back today. And the guy was getting his lunch. And then I realized, oh, he's not here. Move his stuff so you can sit there. And so what? I moved his stuff over, and then the guy starts running back to the seat like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? Why would you move my stuff? Like, he was mad that I moved his stuff. And he's like, you could have waited until I got back. And I'm like, dude, calm down. And he's like, dude, next time you move my stuff, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And I literally said, that's a death threat. I can call the cops on you. Which is the funnier part, because we actually do have a cop at our school. But I never went and called the cops or anything. But I almost wanted to, and then there was this one teacher who came up because he was really mad. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you ever touch my stuff again. And like the teacher's like, dude, watch what you say. And I almost, and she, if she didn't show up, I would have been. He was ranting about this. He had like an expensive pair of headphones. He's like, if you touch my bag, you gotta be careful. That is an expensive pair of headphones in there. And I literally almost said, I don't give a fuck about your headphones. It's a pair of headphones. Go buy yourself another one. I literally almost said that, but a teacher showed up, so I couldn't say that. And I didn't say a word, but the teacher's like, dude, you gotta calm down. Look, he didn't mean any harm by doing it. He was just moving your stuff. And he's like still so mad. He's even talking over the teacher, like, no, he's gonna apologize to me. No, he didn't say anything like that. He's like yelling at me. He's like, you were gonna break those headphones. You gotta pay me. And I wanted to say, I'm not paying you for breaking your headphones. It's your fault for having them in your bag. Look, if somebody does something on accident and breaks something, it's not the person's fault for breaking it unless it legitimately is. But he's like, you could have broken my super expensive pair of headphones. And I'm like, dude. And the teacher's like, dude, calm down. I'm even like, dude, calm down. And he eventually apologized to me. He's like, sorry. And I'm like, I don't want to say anything back to you. The way you just yelled at me? You fucking kidding? This same kid apparently thinks we are friends. We are not friends. We never get along. And then we eventually just started watching Has Been Hotel, which if you don't know what that is, it is really, really, really weird. It takes place in hell, but I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing. You gotta go find it for yourself unless you already watched it, which then, okay. But anyways, that's pretty much what happened during lunch, and then this is the same kid. If you watched a movie with this guy, he ruined the movie. He's like, oh, is this the part where he dies? And everybody's like, Are you kidding? How many times have you seen this movie? Like, we were watching Has-Been Hotel, and it was up to the part where, I'm not going to spoil it, and he was like, oh, is this the part where blah, blah, blah happened? And we're like, yes, dude. And if you heard his laughter, you would hate him even more. This kid is, like, the most annoying person you would ever run into. His laugh and his voice is, like, extremely nasally. It's like me doing this, but like having a damper voice. It's like, that's his laugh. It's something like that. It's like having a nasally voice. It's like having a nerd voice, but without the squeakiness in it, and having a voice of a jock. Like, it's like talking like a nerd. Oh my god, I don't know how to say it. It's like extremely annoying. And this guy, like, oh my god, this is the same kid that I got in trouble with back in 7th grade. Oh my god. This is the same kid who I believed in 7th grade had the school in his pocket. He must have had the school in his pocket, because I get in trouble for the stupidest thing with him, and I'm the one getting in the most trouble, and he's getting out with like a slap on the wrist. Not even a slap on the wrist, more like a slap on the fingertip. Actually, because he's one of those people who's like, they're making fun of me. Like, he'll run to the principal's office and start crying, and he's like, they're making fun of me. You know what I mean? I bet you everybody knows that one annoying kid who's just, like, got the most annoying laugh ever. Like, I can't even stand him. I'm like, everybody hates him. Everybody hates him. He's not much worse than that one kid that I told you about, but they're both worse. One of them tried to almost kill me today. Like, we were swimming in the pool, and this one kid who had, like, the biggest goggles, he had, like, snorkeling goggles, which are gigantic. I didn't realize how gigantic they were. You can basically breathe in those things. I don't know if you can, but you can pretty much breathe in them. But, I mean, he tried to practically kill me today. Like, I kept saying, dude, you're gonna kill somebody in this pool one day. And he almost killed me. I mean, I kind of started it because I kind of I grabbed him by the head. I didn't really I kind of held his head. His face was in the water. I held his head down. But that was the only thing I did. And I only held it for maybe 2 seconds. I didn't hold it for that long. Like, this guy was trying to jump on me, like, come over here. And, like, Scorpion. Like, get over here, even if you know what I mean. But, of course you know what I mean. Who hasn't played Mortal Kombat? But, yeah. My name was weird. This is also the same kid who, I'm not gonna say that. So we're in the pool. All we did today was pretty much do, like, an endurance thing where we ran around the pool and made, like, a little whirlpool. Which is, yay, whirlpool! And this whole time, the same kid is running up behind me like, I'm gonna get you, and, like, he, like, tried to grab me so many times, like, in different areas, like, and then eventually, like, not in the men's region, not there, no, like, tried to grab me and shove me underwater. And then eventually he thought that the greatest idea was to be a giant jackass. And you know, like, that really rude thing you can do in the pool unless somebody has flicked water at them, like a huge tidal wave at them? Well, there were 2 people. It was me and another guy. And we were standing right there ready to do this, like, endurance race where we were holding these, like, weights that you put underwater, and they're completely made of foam. Like, you put them underwater and you start running and it's, like, harder to run. It's kind of like that, but, before the race started, he was kind of, like, flicking water at me and, like, big tidal waves of water. And then eventually I'm like, dude, knock it off. And I sent back a huge, like, You know, like you make a fist and you use your entire arm in the water and it makes a gigantic wave. Apparently, he didn't get the note to stop, so he kept like throwing water at me, and I'm screaming at him, dude, knock it off. Like, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna keep doing it, huh? It's a vacuum cleaner. I keep sending tidal wave. I sent like one more tidal wave after him, and he obviously didn't get the joke until I literally yelled at him to knock it off. And eventually he got the joke because the second guy who was standing right behind me, he's like, dude, cut it out. But we were both getting splashed by him. And basically that's pretty much what my whole day was. I got yelled at for moving somebody's stuff and practically almost died. But otherwise, you got a tour of my room. It's a small room, I'll give you that. I got my giant TV, I got a few posters. Actually, got a lot of posters. I even got this giant one over here. That one too. This giant flag in the middle of it, my bed, which is not really that interesting, but that's basically it. That all happened today. The weird stories that happened anyway, but I think I'm gonna stop here. Ugh, my tripod. Ugh. I'm going to have to end it here. So, anything weird happened to you today? Do comment down in the. Do say anything that's like, hey, my day was weird too. Same thing happened to me, except I didn't get yelled at for moving somebody's stuff. No, it was a student that practically went bonkers. It was a kid that went practically bonkers on me during lunch. All because I moved his stuff and that he had a really expensive pair of headphones in there. And I'm like, I break the headphones? It's not my fault. You had them in there. I feel like one day I'm going to break my phone because I did the same thing with my phone. But my phone's really durable, so I don't think that's happening anytime soon. But yeah. I'm going to have to end these here because I got nothing else to talk about. There's going to be probably another. I haven't been recording a lot of Lego Dimensions because I really haven't found any time. Even though, what am I talking about? I have all the time in the world to do whatever I want. I'm not an adult, but I mean, I don't do a lot. But that's all for now. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.